So I want you to picture this. You found what looks like the perfect supplier. Great prices, fast replies, a slick website, and you sign a contract. You pay the deposit, and then silence or worse, you get the products and they're nothing like what you ordered. This happens to business owners every single day, and the painful truth is most of the red flags were there from the beginning. They just didn't know what to look for. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what I check before I ever trust a supplier with my business. If you're building a product-based business, whether you're sourcing from overseas or working with local distributors or somewhere in between, your supply chain is the backbone of everything. And I've said this before, a bad supplier doesn't just cost you money, it costs you customers, your reputation, and your momentum for scaling your business. So let's get into the 5 red flags I look for immediately. Red flag number 1, they hesitate or flat out refuse to give you references from their current clients. Every legitimate supplier has a track record. They should be proud to connect you with businesses they work with. If they stall, give you vague answers, or offer you testimonial pages instead of real conversations, that tells you everything you need to know. Ask for 2 or 3 active clients you can call or email directly. A confident supplier is going to say yes without even flinching. Red flag number 2, their pricing, lead time, or minimum order quantities change before you even sign anything. I call this the moving the goalpost problem, right? If a supplier can't hold firm on their own terms during the sale process, imagine what's going to happen when things go wrong mid-order. Get everything in writing, and I mean everything. Lead times, quality standards, payment terms, return policies. If they push back on anything, run away. Red flag number 3, and this is one that's super important. They resist sending samples, or they can't explain their quality control process clearly. Any supplier worth working with expects you to want a sample. It's standard. And if they make you feel like you're asking for too much, or they charge you an unusually high price for privilege, that's a red flag. And oftentimes they might charge you for a sample, but that's kind of standard process. And ask them, what does your QC process look like? A good supplier is going to be excited to walk you through their process confidently, and a bad one will give you word salad. Listen closely. Red flag number 4, and we've all dealt with this, whether we're traveling, on hold with customer service. This is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I promise you this is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. They're slow to respond, inconsistent with their responses, or they pass you around to different contacts without giving you an explanation, right? How a supplier communicates with you before you're a customer is the best preview of how they're going to treat you when you do become a customer. If you're waiting 3 days for a reply during the courting phase, imagine what's going to happen if an urgent issue pops up during shipment, right? Consistency absolutely matters. You want a clear point of contact, predictable response times, and someone who actually answers the questions you ask, not a generic reply. So definitely, absolutely pay attention to this in the courting phase. Red flag number 5, you can't verify their business registration, certifications, or a physical location independently. This one is especially critical if you're working or sourcing internationally, right? Do a basic check, look them up. Do they have a verifiable business address? Are their certifications real and current? Can you find them beyond their website? Tools like Google, LinkedIn, Trade Database, third-party verification services exist for a reason. Use them all. A real business has a real footprint. Ghosts only exist online. So there you have it, 5 red flags that can save you from supplier relationships you'll regret. And look, this is just the start. Vetting suppliers is one piece of a much bigger puzzle, and the pieces that go into the puzzle really depend on your business, depend on your industry, and the level of risk that you're willing to take, right? So if you're serious about building a supply chain that actually holds up when things get tough, and things will get tough, I put together a ebook called Building a Resilient Supply Chain for Emerging Businesses. Check it out. Let me know what you think. We'll love to hear about thoughts and comments in the comment section. And if there's any red flags you've run into that I didn't list, leave them on there as well. Let's talk through it. Thank you guys and have a great day.